My husband had an unexpected day off in the middle of the week, and it was a gorgeous day, so we decided to do one of our Adirondack adventures. We drove about 2 hours from our home to a place called High Falls Gorge. It's near Whiteface Mountain in the Adirondacks, which is also near Lake Placid, which you may have heard of from the 1980 Winter Olympics. So we decided to go here, and I'm going to read a little bit about the place from the website while you walk through it. This place is privately owned. It is 22 acres, and it's been a nature park since about the 1890s. A big part of what you see while you walk through this is something called the Climax Forest. It's a protected forest area of established American hemlock trees that are hundreds of years old. They are untouched by wildfires, logging, or other forces, and it's one of the few remaining virgin forests in the Adirondacks. You'll see later the area that's called the Ancient Valley of Foaming Water. It's a deep crevice carved by the Ausable River thousands of years ago, and Native Americans gave High Falls Gorge the name the Ancient Valley of Foaming Water due to the natural foam that develops within the gorge. Throughout the walk, I'll stop at the signs. You might want to pause if you care to read them, but one of the signs will later explain that the foaming water in certain areas is also decomposing things. I've forgotten the details of what the sign says. Another feature that is here are the natural potholes. They're formed by river currents and rocks that grind a hole in the exposed stone, and it is basically just erosion, and they're pretty cool. I'll show you those later on. Since the 1890s, the real estate of High Falls Gorge was always leased from a private lumber or electric company, but in 2001, the property was purchased by the current owner, which is Roanoke Attractions Corporation from New York State Electric and Gas, and they are hoping that they can secure this as an attraction for the public for many years to come. This rock is really neat. It is 1.5 billion years old, and this kind of rock is the base rock for the Adirondacks, and it's similar to rock that has been found on the moon. There are small versions of this all over the area in creek beds and river beds, and there's some of the pictures of the forest. It was really pretty. You're not allowed to walk in any of those forested areas. And I missed it a few seconds ago where they showed that cute little bridge and called it the Chipmunk Bridge. Later on, when we came back past it, there was actually chipmunks eating from it, and it's a cute little attraction. But I'm just going to walk around, and you'll get to see all of the things that I saw, and I go back to the waterfall a couple of times. It was really powerful, and it was a beautiful day. It was scheduled to be 91 degrees by the end of this day, but my husband and I got here early, which helped beat the crowds because it was packed when we were leaving. And it also was nice and cool in the woods and with the water nearby. It was just a really nice day all along the way. I'm just going to let you enjoy the scenery, and if I have anything else to say later on, I'll pop back in, but enjoy. It was really a pretty day. I may have spent a little more time than most would filming rocks, but I really do like rocks, and I spent a little time filming them in the gift shop at the end of this video. They had a lot of crystals and rocks for sale. Here's the main waterfall at this attraction. I believe they said there are 4 of them altogether. If you want to hear the natural sound of that waterfall, I made a short video and I released that yesterday, and it's just a couple of minutes watching this waterfall and listening to the natural sound of it. So check that out if you want to actually just see this waterfall. This high water level was from Hurricane Irene in 2011, and I can't imagine the water being that high. We were so far high above the gorge, and it must have been crazy to see that. And we can tell all of the walkways have been recently repaired from about 2011. Makes total sense. We didn't take the long nature trail that goes up through the woods and around. We just wanted to enjoy the waterfall and the lower area, and we had a really great time. It was beautiful, and I can't believe it's the first time I've ever been there. I never went as a child, and this is the first time my husband and I are going. We've passed it several times because we've done things in Lake Placid and at Whiteface Mountain, but I never really actually knew this was here. It's funny how you can live somewhere forever and miss some of the things that are beautiful. So we're going to keep exploring new things and finding new things to do. We might do some things we've done before and do them again, mostly because I didn't have a YouTube channel before and I could film for the purpose of sharing with you what I like to do around here. So we might do climbing Whiteface Mountain again. There were so many things that I've done in the past that I would share with you. And here we are in the gift shop, and I am really drawn to the gems and the rocks and the crystals, and they seem to be very popular to be in all the gift shops around here. And this is clay. This is all local artists. And it was a beautiful day, a beautiful gift shop. We were going to eat lunch in their cafe, but it was a little too early by the time we left, so we went and we did a little bit more exploring. I'll do a couple of shorter videos with the rest of what we did during the day. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like the adventures I take you on. It's just, I like to go and do things, and I might as well share with you. If you are ever out this way, you'll know some places to go, or if you never make it out this way, you'll at least get to see some things that you may never see in person. And I like to do that. I like to watch other people going places that I don't think I'll ever get to. This was a beautiful rock. This is amethyst, and most places around here have a big one like this on display, and I really like the purple. It's one of my favorite crystals and rocks. I'll give you a hint. Seeing all of these rocks made me and my husband want to go to a riverbed or a beach or a creek bed and look for rocks, and that's exactly what we did later in the day. I have a rock identifier app, and I am hoping I get to use it later in our day, and I actually did and found several fun things. And here we are driving down the road to our next adventure. We are headed towards Whiteface Mountain, and a little town called Jay. And I think this is also the direction to go to Lake Placid. It's just a beautiful area, always the mountains popping up in front of you, which is really pretty to see. Thanks for watching.